First things first, you're suing New York. You're suing the New York Board of Elections. Care to talk about why?
Yeah, they pulled the plug on the presidential primary in the state of New York. And I had a number of people reach out to me that busted their tails in New York getting hundreds of signatures so we could be on the ballot.
Right.
And there's really no reason for it because you're conducting other races and you can have people vote for president in the same way that they're voting in these other local races. So to the extent there's a safety issue, you can do it by mail like many other states have done. Postponing it is not out of the question, but just canceling it outright, it's really doing a number on people's right to express their vote. And for the folks who worked on my campaign tirelessly in New York and other parts of the country trying to get me on the ballot, and then to have that right just taken away for really no reason at all, it's anti-democracy. There's no good reason for it. Let's just let the people have their say, particularly because it's not easy to get on the ballot in New York in particular. Imagine being someone who stood outside and gathered signatures on weekends and, your nights and days off. And then you eventually get someone on and then someone's like, nope, can't vote because, we just don't think it's a good idea, even though there are other races going on that people will be voting in. So it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't have much rationale. And I'm very happy to stick up for people's voting rights.
One of the things that was the hardest part of running for president is physically getting on the ballot. And it's like an absurd number of signatures in a tiny window of time for New York. So yeah, good for you for doing it. It's also a bad precedent, I think. Like just canceling elections.
It's a really bad precedent to be like, you know what, this time, no need to vote. Because if you let that go, then then you can end up with some very disastrous situations where people don't think they like what's going to come out in the vote, so they come up with some reason not to have it. I mean, you need to, and I understand the context, and I certainly would not just have people vote from the safety of their own home. Like, I'm not out for people doing anything that poses any kind of risk. Right. But other states have had vote by mail for a long time. Mm-hmm. There should be absolutely no public health risk associated with that. And there's no rationale for canceling it outright. I mean, in many instances, some states have postponed it so they could put in vote by mail.
So I'll say, for those of you listening who had a positive reaction to this, thank you. We didn't think that many people would care. We were literally doing it not from a PR angle because we thought it was the right thing to do. And then when it happened, I had the New York Times and a bunch of people calling me. So that was a fun day.